All right, well, the weather may be getting cooler, but it is still cruise ship season in Maine. This is the MSC Meraviglia. It was docked in Portland today. It holds 1,500 crew members and can hold 4,500 passengers. Portland's cruise ship season lasts into November. The last ship is scheduled to dock on November 6th of this year. The season picks back up again in April. And Keith, for all those people walking around enjoying downtown Portland and Commercial Street, decent weather to do it, very fall-like.
Nice. It almost feels busier to me right now than it does sometimes during the summer. I think you get fewer people from like southern New England, but more people from other areas.
Absolutely.
Trying to check out the foliage and all that, which has been okay. We'll show you a map here at the end of where we're at for foliage. Temperatures, coolish, 50s. We didn't get a whole lot warmer than that today. We did have breeze out there too. Northwest breeze was pretty consistent, and it's still out there at 28 miles an hour in Bangor, 25 in Sanford. The rest of these are low enough wind gusts that they're not being recorded on this map, but you can see it's all out of the north and west, so if you stepped outside you notice that. A couple of showers. Been kind of a tough day over extreme eastern Washington County. That's where it's been raining more or less all day. You look to the west of there, a couple of sprinkles here and there. Most of us have been dry. So first half of tonight is cool and clear. So we drop temperatures really quickly into the 40s, 40 flat or so into the mountains. The speed in which the clouds are able to move in after midnight is going to determine whether or not a place like Range's 40 for a low or 35, because if the clouds are slow, it's gonna drop pretty quickly there through the evening. Tomorrow morning is obviously crisp. I think overall, tomorrow plays a lot like today, the exception being Washington County will not get rained on all day, but otherwise it's a mixture of sun and clouds. There'll be a very isolated sprinkle across northern Maine especially, but most of us will be dry, and it's just kind of a seasonable day with temperatures in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. We'll cool again tomorrow night, back into the 40s and a couple of 30s, and then we start on Sunday with quite a bit of sunshine, but eventually clouds increase in the afternoon and a chance of showers moves in. That'll be mainly in the mountains and foothills on Sunday afternoon. This is 5 o'clock and then just kind of rotating down into New Hampshire as well. I think it'll take until after sunset along the coast to see any chance of showers, and then there will be a chance of showers on Monday with an upper level low kind of sitting over northern Maine especially. Don't forget, we pulled this weekend from the jaws of defeat here. It did not look good for a while because of this low, which is now sailing pretty far to our south, but then we've got this other low to our north and east, so we're right between those two. That's why we're squeezing the weekend, and it does get a bit cool on Monday and Tuesday, and then we try to build that ridge back up for the end of the week. So the foliage report here, now remember, this is just the phase of foliage, and it is peak in the mountains, high over down East Maine, moderate for the rest of the state. But we all can agree, I think, within reason, that this just hasn't been a great foliage season, and it had to do with the clouds and the rain that happened in the summer that I'm sure you haven't forgotten about just yet. We might be able to build some warmth back in late next week. Warmth this time of year, by the way, Coco, upper 60s to around 70. Let's not get too crazy. You know, it usually doesn't get a whole lot warmer than that this time of the year. I'd really be interested in that cruise ship that comes in, was it November 5th or 6th?
Yeah.
It's daring. It's a daring time to roll in here.
It certainly is.
But we've got a lot of great restaurants and breweries, so.
Plenty of indoor places to spend your time. Will you enjoy walking between them?
In early November,
Or biking? Who knows?
Probably not.
Thanks, Keith.
Yep.